Sydney's doing a video, not in her outsider sweatshirt and with makeup on this time. You guys like my Ice Planet of Hoth baseball jersey? Got this on sale at the Disney store the day I went to go see Boop. Hi, my name is Sydney Helen Egan. I am an actor, playwright, and sometimes director, and I am the playwright behind Terranis. For those who don't know, this past January we actually did a reading of Terranis. This was the first time that people came to see it, and I never really talked about it, so I kind of want to talk about it now. What kind of sparked the idea of doing a reading kind of came around March last year. Initially, I had sent it out to a publishing company that specializes in publishing plays. And typically when you do publish a play, they want to know about any notable performances of that play. Besides a couple of private Zoom readings, I didn't really have any notable performances of it yet, so I was like, I should probably do it. Fast forward to about like May, and I start kind of like shopping, I guess, around for different theaters, studios, places in New York City specifically that I wanted to do the play in. So initially I had reached out to Ripley Greer Studios because they have a studio in one of their spaces that's like explicitly for performances, and they have like little risers and it's like a black box space, but that space ended up only being available for a minimum of 3 nights and I only really needed it for 1. So we were like, okay, gotta go find a different studio. And I remember Open Jar Studios. So I go onto their website and they have a whole forum to fill out to like say like, hey, I'm doing a rehearsal, or I'm doing a reading, or I'm getting friends together to do a birthday party reading of Spring Awakening or whatever. You put like as much detail as possible into this forum and you send it in, and they will tell you like what studios are available. And it was very streamlined, so I put it out there to them, and this is still back in May. So when I asked them about it, I was asking for January, and at that time they didn't have anything available for January, at least not explicitly yet. Because it was so far out in advance that they're like, we don't know what's going to be available yet. So I was put on a wait list for one specific studio to see if any cancellations came up that were like on a sooner date. They said if I didn't hear back from them come the fall, like around like the fall time, then I could just reach back out and be like, hey, what's going on? And basically exactly that happened. I reached back out in August because I was like, it's almost the fall. So I'm just like, hey, I put this out there before, like, what can we do? Like, is there anything available for January? And they're like, well, these studios that you're eyeing are not available because other Broadway shows have taken them for their rehearsals, because duh. But we do have some smaller studios available. So I'm like, okay, I will take one. Within seconds, I was booked. And I was like, hello? And from there, I was like, okay, let's get this together. And now I had already been reaching out to different friends of mine, people that I've done shows with, people that I just knew from either high school or college, to see like, hey, would you want to be in this? I'm very grateful that like literally a majority of my cast ended up being people that I knew. I've only like hadn't met one person from the cast prior to rehearsal. Really, like we walk in and I'm like, hi, I'm Sydney. He's like, hi, I'm David. And that was the first time that we met. Something that I really loved about this group of people, besides the fact that they were all people that I barely knew, it was the fact that everybody was so excited about this piece. Everybody was very into the idea of bringing this new piece to life for an audience for the very first time. Everybody just had an energy with them that felt very collaborative. Everybody just had this like energy of like, we're so excited to be here. and like, we're so proud of you for putting this up, and like, we want to like see more of this from you in the future, stuff like that. And we did it. We put it up, the audience got to see it. We did record it for YouTube and realized I never shared it on Instagram. The video is in 2 parts because she's long. She's very long. The one thing that I wish I was able to do for this play was not be on stage for it. We had a last minute call out from the play. My friend Derek, who was originally supposed to read stage directions, I ended up asking them to take over this role that my other friend was going to play originally, and then I took over for stage directions. And so it was fun getting to like be on stage and like read with everybody, but I do like kind of wish that I had stayed off to like kind of be more an observer. But given the circumstance, I did what I had to do. It was fine. Because at the end of the day, like, just like ensuring that someone was filling that spot and then just like replacing the stage directions from there, like, that was more of a priority than just like being like, hey, new person, come and do this. And so everybody kind of came to my apartment in the city to do the rehearsal. We were initially going to do 2 read-throughs of the play, but some people got there a little bit later than anticipated, and so therefore we got a later start. And so we just did 1 reading, and then for the rest of the time we took to kind of like talk about the play, talk about different things relating to the characters, talk about like stuff related to like Terran and Lunian, and why does Janakra and Rockwind and Hacknu have green blood while Pleios and Aethera have red blood, things like that. And that was another thing that I loved about having this group of people, is that like everybody was like so like enthusiastic about the piece and really like had cool ideas of like, oh, what if we try this? What if we try that? Like, can we play around? And that's like energy that I like wish I've had on other previous projects that I've produced. It was just refreshing having people come in to be like, hey, can we like try this out with this scene, rather than have someone be like, actually with this scene I was gonna do this because X, Y, and Z, and because I said so. I just want to say the subways were a nightmare that whole weekend. Like, day of rehearsal and the day of the performance, like, what the hell was up with the Q train? Like, what was going on? So we get down there, and I booked the studio for 5 hours because I wanted to ensure ample time of like, okay, let's make sure that we're set up. Let's make sure that we get settled. Let's give our friends and family who's coming to see this time to actually get to the studio and find a seat. And then the play ran roughly about like 2.5 hours. We were done by like just after 9. So we were able to then from there break down, put everything away, turn the lights off, and leave as if we were never there at all. Which that was good. It was very streamlined, and everybody was like, yeah, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Like, more than happy to help. And yeah, and so it happened, and we did it, and I was really happy with the turnout. I was really happy with how everybody performed. And so at this point, you're probably wondering, well, now what are you gonna do? I have been trying to write some more pieces kind of outside of the Terranis universe. I am reworking some moments in Terranis and trying to like see what else can be done with it, how certain relationships can be viewed differently. So in terms of like when the next performance is gonna be of Terranis, I don't know. I really don't. That's because like it takes a lot to like put up a play. Like, I started the process of getting this reading on its feet in May of last year. That was almost a year ago. And we weren't put up until January, which was almost 4 months ago. And so like getting a theater involved and being like, hey, we're gonna need these set pieces, we're gonna need these costumes, we're gonna need space for 12 people or even more than 12 people because the IOPs are meant to be an ensemble rather than one person. I'm very excited to see where Terranis ends up going, and I hope that if anything comes of it in the future, that some of the people that were involved previously can come back for it, because I genuinely loved having them involved. I love everybody so much. And some of the people that were involved I hadn't seen in literally a few years, because the last time that we either worked together was like either right before COVID, or like the last time I saw them was like right after, but we live far away from each other, and so the timing just hasn't worked out of like us being able to like find a time to see each other. I hope that I can get everybody together again, whether it be something related to Terranis or just like having a picnic in Central Park. Like, guys, if you want to have a picnic in Central Park in the summer, like, please let me know. Something that I learned through doing this reading is that I know people are interested in new stories. People want to see new and original work put up on stage, and they're going to want to support it however way they can, whether they're involved on stage, involved off stage, or if they are just like cheering quietly from the very back row of the theater. In terms of the future of this page, I'm not going to be as active in posting on this page, so if you're looking for posts, like, probably not. Though there's some ideas that I have of like other Terranis related content that I could make and post. If y'all want to see that, like this video and I will do it. But yeah, this reading was an amazing experience for me, and I'm so beyond grateful that I was able to do this. I feel really accomplished as not only a playwright, but also as a producer, I guess. Haven't really done much in the producing standpoint, but if it's my own work, sure. I'm excited to see where Terranis goes. I hope more can come from it soon. To my cast, I love you, and I miss you, and I hope you are all doing well, and I hope you are having a good spring. And I hope when the weather gets nicer for the summer that we could get together and like celebrate properly this time. To those who want to watch Terranis, again, I will put the link for the video or videos, however I can get it up there, in the description. I'm speaking in YouTube terms, and I'm not even a fucking YouTuber. In my bio on my Instagram. That's what I want to say. If you like this video from me, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more Terranis content, let me know. Thank you for those who have been following along for as long as you have been. I love you, and I hope I get to see you soon. So, bye. We could go see Boop.